Periyava Sharanam, Glimpses from Sri MahaPeriyava's Life History, Volume 3, Chapter 10, Continued. Sri Shankara gently shakes his head. I am at the head of a public institution, a man whose time no longer belongs to himself. My activities demand almost all my time. For years, I have spent only 3 hours in sleep each night. How can I take personal pupils? You must find a master who devotes his time to them. But I am told that real masters are rare and that a European is unlikely to find them. He nods his assent to my statement but adds, truth exists. It can be found. Can you not direct me to such a master, one who you know is competent to give me proofs of the reality of higher yoga? His Holiness does not reply till after an interval of protracted silence. Yes, I know of only 2 masters in India who could give you what you wish. One of them lives in Banaras, hidden away in a large house which is itself hidden among spacious grounds. Few people are permitted to obtain access to him. Certainly, no European has yet been able to intrude upon his seclusion. I could send you to him, but I fear that he may refuse to admit a European. And the other? My interest is strangely stirred. The other man lives in the interior, farther south. I visited him once and know him to be a high master. I recommend that you go to him. Who is he? He is called the Maharishi. I have not met him but know him to be a high master. Shall I provide you with full instructions so that you may discover him? A picture flashes suddenly before my mind's eye. I see a yellow-robed friar who has vainly persuaded me to accompany him to his teacher. I hear him murmuring the name of a hill. It is the hill of the Holy Beacon. Many thanks, Your Holiness, I rejoin, but I have a guide who comes from the place. Then you will go there? I hesitate. All arrangements have been made for my departure from the south tomorrow, I mutter uncertainly. In that case, I have a request to make. With pleasure. Promise me that you will not leave South India before you have met the Maharishi. I read in his eyes a sincere desire to help me. The promise is given. A benignant smile crosses his face. Do not be anxious. You shall discover that which you seek. Sri Shankara's grave mouth relaxes. He follows me into the ante-room and whispers something into the ear of my companion. I catch my name in the sentence. At the door, I turn to bow in farewell salutation. His Holiness calls me back to receive a parting message. You shall always remember me, and I shall always remember you. And so, hearing these cryptic and puzzling words, I reluctantly withdraw from this interesting man whose entire life has been dedicated to God from childhood. He is a pontiff who cares not for worldly power because he has renounced all and resigned all. Whatever material things are given to him, he at once gives again to those who need them. His beautiful and gentle personality will surely linger in my memory. I wander about Chengalpat till evening, exploring its artistic old world beauty, and then seek a final glimpse of His Holiness before returning home. I find him in the largest temple of the city. The slim, modest, yellow-robed figure is addressing a huge concourse of men, women and children. Utter silence prevails among the large audience. I cannot understand his vernacular words, but I can understand that he is holding the deep attention of all present, from the intellectual Brahmin to the illiterate peasant. I do not know, but I hazard the guess that he speaks on the profoundest topics in the simplest manner, for such is the character I read in him. And yet, though I appreciate his beautiful soul, I envy the simple faith of his vast audience. Life, apparently, never brings them deep moods of doubt. God is, and there the matter ends. They do not appear to know what it means to go through dark nights of the soul when the world seems like the grim scene of a jungle-like struggle, when God recedes into shadowy nothingness, and when man's own existence seems nothing more than a fitful passage across this small, transient fragment of the universe which we call Earth. We drive out of Chengalpat under an indigo sky gemmed with stars. I listen to palms majestically waving their branches over the water's edge in an unexpected breeze. Thus, in the year 1931, the historic meeting between Paul Brunton and MahaPeriyava ended on a pleasant note. Paul Brunton's background. His real name was Raphael Hurst. He was born in London in 1898, the son of Jewish parents who had immigrated to England from Eastern Europe. We know almost nothing of his childhood except that his mother died of tuberculosis when he was 13 and that his father subsequently remarried. Paul Brunton wrote a book titled A Search in Secret India, in which he narrates his meeting with MahaPeriyava. Paul Brunton is considered as one of the 20th century's greatest explorers of the spiritual traditions of the East. Periyava Sharanam.